Hello, collective. Welcome back to my channel. This is Divine Night Mystic, back with another general reading. We're gonna dive right in. Listen, I split the deck on the Two of Pentacles in reverse with the Four of Pentacles. So what I'm getting is, somebody in the past, like Capricorn, could be for Capricorn. Both of these are in Capricorn, so it'd be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. At some point, you may have been down in the dumps, you may have been juggling income, but this is for somebody. All right, possibly Capricorn. But whatever you were juggling in the past, whatever your finances was like, if you were juggling income, um, or options, for change, whether it was people, trying to decide, what to give to, who to give to, how much to give, or whatever the case may be. Don't let that limit you and keep you, to where you feel like right now you holding on to what you have, um, just being inflexible. Don't let fear of like how something was in the past keep you from moving forward. I'm gonna give you an example. Don't let your past struggles define your future. Another one. Don't be afraid of what you've had to come through or what something was like in the past. If you were, not in such a good place financially, juggling incomes, things, fear of change. Don't let fear of change and what you've been through keep you from exploring your options. In the past, it may not have been a good time to invest in anything, and you may have had to, kind of watch yourself because of like some things you may not have paid enough attention to. Um, Not prioritizing, because the Two of Pentacles in the upright talks about, time management, prioritizing, um, making choices. You know what I'm saying? Releasing, that fear, of change. But know what to put your energy into, and on your list of priorities, put what you need to put first and stick to those your list of priorities, the way they fall on that list of importance. Whatever is the first thing of importance, the second thing, the third thing. But most of all, don't get comfortable where you are right now and feeling like, well, I'm kind of maintaining right now. I'm just going to just sit, I'm going to just, stick it out right here. No. Because that's something that is like kind of getting in the way of you moving forward. Don't let that fear of what you've been through keep you from venturing out and exploring your options now. I feel like something is coming towards you. There's an opportunity coming towards you, and you're going to miss it because of you holding on to those memories, that energy you were once in, being something that's haunting you, like it's lingering in your energy. That those thoughts is lingering. You know what I'm saying? Free yourself of them thoughts, because they can keep you from being flexible and able to compromise, able to negotiate, able to be flexible. You know what I'm saying? Be open. Um, be unbiased. You know what I mean? Like, don't let, things that may have tripped you up in the past be something you question yourself on whether that might happen again. Know your strength. Know what you've been through. You've learned a lot. It's worth, this is the time. That time is coming. That time could be now. All right, but let's get into it. Again, this is Divine Eye Mystic Tarot. We're going to pull a few cards, get a message out, but when I split the dead Capricorn, that's what it was. All right, so could be for Capricorn, don't have to be, but take it how it resonate. I mean, it could, be a cusp for some of you, you know what I'm saying? It could be somewhere in your chart, so take it how it resonate, all right? Um, First card out, going through withdrawal since you moved on. Mm. So somebody still reminisces about you, or somebody still reminiscing about somebody, man or woman, when it comes to them moving on, you moving on, like somebody's going through withdrawals, like they still see you in their mind's eye, somebody still envisions you, they still daydream about you, they still fantasize about you and things like that, since you moved on. Anything else? Okay, next card. Right when I gave up, you came along. Divine masculine, divine feminine. Right when they gave up, here you come. So somebody, prayed, you know what I'm saying, manifested, wished, you know what I'm saying, upon a star. Next card. Don't like sex with her. Okay, so somebody don't like the sex with her because it don't, you see it? What it say? It's it, right there. You see it right there, right there? What it say? Right there? Right there. It, right there with, okay? Like this card. Dry. It, okay? All right. Shit, they having some sleepless nights behind it too. They don't want it. It's like somebody forgot to cut the water on at the water park. Something like that, child. Shit, I don't know. Anyway, it's a drought. Don't like it with her. It's dry. There. See it. Okay? Take a lot out of you. It make you have to do more work too. You got to do more work. Spit on. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe you got to spit on it. I don't know. I don't know, child. Something. Don't like it. It ain't all bad, but it ain't all good either. Okay? Damn. Let me get one more. Your name should be delicious the way you. Okay. There's dry, and there's bellissimo. However you say it now. Delicioso. Delicioso. Okay. Somebody say your name should be delicious because the way you taste is. All right. Well, we got the kitty cat section, over here to the side, the kitty cat section, over here. Kitty. Dry versus, somebody, in the candy shop. Somebody got a candy shop. Somebody, tastes like it's supposed to. You know what I'm saying? I remember my daddy saying, if you got to put, all this whipped cream and caramel sauce and all that no. You don't like the way it, if you don't like the way that Poom Poom naturally tastes, if you got to, Baskin robbing the hell out of somebody's, stuff, then it ain't for you. It ain't for you. I mean, why you basking and robbing her? Yeah, and you ain't basking and robbing that wood. You ain't, making no root beer float, and you ain't making no banana split out that wood. Or are they? I don't know. Shit. You putting all the dressings and toppings, on some cooler. Girl, listen. Did y'all see maybe you didn't. I'm gonna tell you. This woman had the nerve, and when I tell you this, you're gonna know, who this is, cause it ain't about us. This ain't us. What I'm gonna say. But the woman said she made cooter muffins for her man. Um, and she wears a cup, down there, with her vajayjay to catch any, this shard. You know what I'm saying? This charge. So, and she put it in the refrigerator, with everything else, groceries and everything else. I don't know if he questioned what that is. Like, what is that? What you keeping right there? What is that? You know what I'm saying? What is that? What's that? What is this? Garlic paste? What's that? But she put it in her banana nut muffins, you know. So she make her husband cooter muffins. I was dead when she said that the funeral is tomorrow, okay? Matter of fact, the funeral already happened. You know what I'm saying? Because I was done. I'm like, what? I could be talking to a seer. Someone who has spiritual eyes. High priestess. Somebody could be an interpreter, a clarifier. Could be significant. Somebody's a high priestess. Leslie can be significant. Man or woman. Next card. What good are secrets that tell on you? What good are secrets that tell on you? And what I'm getting off of this is, what good are secrets that tell on you? Is that if you got secrets that, somebody else supposedly knows about your secrets and only you and this person know about your secrets, they know some of your dirty, dark, you know what I'm saying, secrets, they know about your skeletons and stuff like that, they telling on you. The very person or people that are holding on to things that only you and them know about, they talking now. What good is your secrets when your secrets is telling on you? That's why people think, oh, the minute, we got dirt on each other, don't matter. Because when they feel like, how some folks say, shit, if I'm going to go down, I'm taking everybody with me. Somebody feel like they going down, so they feel like, shit, I'm going to take some folks with me. I'm not finna be the only one, sitting up here, that done struck out and ain't no telling when I'm going to see my come up again or when I'm going to come up from this. So I'm going to take somebody down with me, okay? What good are your secrets? What good are secrets that tell on you? And especially if somebody's secrets, is being exposed as they karma because they spread it, gossip, malicious rumors, gossip on somebody else, made up lies and not a truth coming out about them. That could also be, what's going on here because some folks don't realize, ancestors, they burning down shit around here. They coming, they coming for people neck and standing on business. They getting tired of, what I'm saying? Enough is a damn enough now. It's more than plantation mansions coming down, getting burned down right here. Some folks is actually, it's they time. You know what I'm saying? It's their time. And that's prime example, that mansion. Not a way mansion burning down. It's prime example, ancestors are real. And got to watch your mouth. You might not like that person that's saying what they saying. You may not like what that person do. You know what I'm saying? You may not like that person, period, for no whatever, no valid reason. But leave them folks alone. Leave people alone that have ancestral bloodline that enough is enough bloodline. Okay. Leave them people alone. You find out sooner than later them people ain't to be fuck with. It's best to leave them people alone if they ain't bothering you. I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? Leave people alone. Going through withdrawal since you moved on, clarify. Clarify going through withdrawal since you moved on. Who is this going through withdrawal since you moved on? Nine of Swords. Gemini energy. King of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Aries. No communication, no contact. Person, not doing so well when it comes to how things ended, whatever brought this ending, brought this cycle to a close, to a halt. Got the King of Wands at the bottom of the deck with the Two of Swords in reverse. Yep. Somebody may have been at a crossroads at some point and didn't make a decision. They may have let a third party situation, and them having secrets with somebody or not wanting, to especially if they, let things that they didn't want to talk about or, be honest about or let you in on. Because like I said, right when you gave up, right when somebody gave up, you came along. Like if somebody, Eight of Cups had, situation cycles, connections that just wasn't working out. Every time they look up, they get with somebody and boom, it may be going good for a while, good start, and, it start dwindling down. And this person may have, got to that point of feeling like, they just going to be tapped out emotionally. I'm just going to, what I'm saying, leave my options open, move around. Shit, fuck it. Then you came along. Somebody that actually give a fuck came along. Somebody that actually was looking for what they was looking for came along. Somebody that was, tired of going through the same shit they sell came along. A seer came along. An empath as well. Somebody told somebody that they are gifted in that way. They may have forgot they told them though. That's what I'm getting. Somebody forgot that somebody mentioned that they, have spiritual gifts. However you told them. Maybe you told them some things that may have happened in your childhood or something that may have happened when you were a young adult, that you may have realized, was a spiritual gift. You may not have known, it was something, to embrace at the time. You may have felt embarrassed by it or, may have been quiet about it because of, maybe how family, spoke on it or treated you or something like that. It's something like that. So take it how it resonates. If this ain't you, don't worry about it because it's somebody's situation that I'm channeling anyway. Whoever watches my readings or, Clarify the Nine of Swords, going through withdrawal since you moved on. You could be the Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or this could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But you got the King of Wands at the bottom of the deck too. Aries energy. This is, a man of status, you know what I'm saying? Wealthy, somebody look good, dress good, got a little money, you know what I'm saying? But they may have been in a crossroads when it came to them, admitting the truth about a situation, especially if they put themselves in an indecisive, situation to where they made themselves, they confused their own goddamn self, when it came to whatever they were trying to keep hidden and using, trying to keep that behind the scenes and still make a decision. Can't do that. It's easier, I'm telling you, it is easier to make decisions when you are a real motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? When you keeping it real with yourself and willing to be by yourself if you can't get what you want. At least you know what you're putting down. You trust, you being a valid motherfucker that you know what I'm saying, that somebody invested in. You just stand behind, your work. Eight of Pentacles. You can stand behind who you are, who you done put the work in on you. You can't make somebody know that you know what I'm saying, you as real as they come, and it wasn't easy getting here. But what you won't do, what we won't do over here is, you know what I'm saying, accept anything less. Now, I don't mind being there for those new on their journey, you know what I'm saying, that's part of my soul tribe, and we can, you know what I'm saying, commune together and be able to uplift each other and keep moving forward, you know what I'm saying, and deal, with the things that we know is on our spiritual path, whatever that may be, whatever they shit may be, you know what I'm saying, without no shaking of the trees, you know what I'm saying. But if it's gonna be, the fact that it's gonna be some type of competition, intimidation somewhere, listen, it ain't time for us to be on each other, in each other's way, on each other's path. And I will ask the Most High God and my angelic angels to remove those and you that should not be on my path at this time or ever. So that's why I tell you guys, those of you that watch me genuinely, those of you that fuck with me the long way genuinely, make sure you do your return to senders. Make sure you call for your energy back from people, places, items that no longer serve your higher self. Know your own energy. Because when you dealing with people that, just want to come around you, you know what I'm saying, to make their life better, but they ain't doing nothing when you ain't around them to do that for themselves, you got to know the difference of when, that's your soul tribe, or that's just somebody that want to come along and be a monitoring spirit. They want to just be part of it. They just want to spectate. They just a spectator. They, you know what I'm saying? I just want to see what you're doing. Just want to stop in. Still want to still have access to you. Whenever I ain't got nothing else going on, or when my shit starts slowing down, I get bored. I just want to still have access to you. So I'm going to pop in and out. Hell no. Hell no. And I do believe, whoever this is going through these withdrawals since you moved on, it's the fact that they could have did better by you. But that's something that's on their mind right now. That's not something that, a seer, will be bothered by because you did your part. You may have already knew this person was going to feel this before you walked away, before you ended this cycle with them. You may have warned them they were going to go through some shit. When I'm gone type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Clarify the Nine of Swords. You may have told this person, but at the same time, shit, telling somebody and showing somebody is two different damn things. Show and tell is just a game I play when I want to say I love you, but you can't do one without the other. You can't tell somebody it's smoke and, it ain't no damn fire. Some folks believe that, but what's the Nine of Swords? Going through withdrawal since you moved on? Yep. Ace of Wands in reverse. Person don't have, like they miss it. You know what I'm saying? They miss it, like that passion that they normally would have, the energy that you held, the aura that you have, the energy you come with. It, you know what I'm saying? This person, it affected this person being with anybody else. It affected them being with anybody else. Listen, to be with someone that carries some type of spiritual ranking, title, calling, I'm gonna say Erykah Badu type of shit. Them people ain't to be messed with. You know what I'm saying? They not to be messed with. And I'm gonna say it again. Stop playing with people that got spiritual gifts. You have to be mindful who you lay with. You know what I'm saying? Be mindful of who you give your time to. Be mindful of who you give your kisses, your hugs, your loving to. Because when your loving is gone, when your healing, energy is gone, they'll crave it. They'll crave it. You know what I'm saying? Like a fiend. Trying to come down off of something that don't even exist no more. Or especially with something they didn't think ever existed. And it could have just been you being you. But you know how authenticity can be trending. It can be catchy. You know what I'm saying? And when you're a light entity, a light worker, you attract a lot of, I don't know if you ever seen that movie where that dentist, ended up going into the hospital having some type of colonoscopy or something done. It was this white guy, and he, died for like maybe 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 5 seconds, something like that, on the operating table, or during the procedure for the colonoscopy. It wasn't no surgery, but it was whatever they do in the colonoscopy when he had to drink all that damn stuff to flush his bile or whatever. And in that movie, if you remember, you could put it in the comments, but the guy ended up, after the surgery, running into being a seer. He ended up being able to see people that were no longer with us. He was able to see dead people's spirits, you know what I'm saying, that had passed over. Only because he had been on the other side at some point during that procedure. And all of them wanted his help. Even if he didn't want to be bothered, he tried to get sleep, tried to, go back to his normal life. He couldn't. He couldn't hide from them spirits, them people wanting him to help them. They wanted him to listen to them. Go tell this person this for me and stuff like that. Like, he just could not get a moment's peace. That is what I'm talking about. So it's like now this person, might be, they trying to make adjustments, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to how they, may want to start something new with somebody, but they, kind of hesitant, you know what I'm saying. They may want to come back around, to try to say something to you, or, try to make up with you, but they know, that you got your guard up with them, like you standing on what you said, you know what I'm saying. You stand on business, so they know you ain't gonna move and shake for them that fast, you know what I'm saying. It's gonna, especially if something done been a while since you and this person talked and saw each other, they know whatever was said, you standing on it. You standing on it, and it's the passion between them and anybody else is not the same. Like, it take them a while to get there. You know what I'm saying? That they can't get into it. It's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the same. Okay? Not the same. So when it come down to you, it's not just the taste, it's just better before they even want to do this. You know what I'm saying? This person even think of you sometime when they, got to try to get them, get themselves, in the mood with somebody else, so that person, don't feel some type of way toward them, or they, feel like they just not into it, but they not gonna say so. You know what I'm saying? Like, they gonna, kind of talk themselves out of it, or feel, find something to do or say that, would kind of cause that moment to breeze by. You know what I'm saying? And they can, make up some type of excuse to get out of it. But they know you're not gonna change your mind, at this point, because you constantly reminded of this person being indecisive. Like, you're not, up for somebody's, indecisiveness, being unsure. It's like, even if you gave this person another opportunity, you still gonna feel like this person at some point gonna want to go back down that rabbit hole again, and it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, you being the fool for this person, shenanigans. They gonna have a lot. Somebody got a lot to prove. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot. They gonna have to prove it. And they may just decide, to move on, because that's a lot. You know what I'm saying? That they got to come back from. But this is something they have to take accountability for too. What's the Nine of Swords with the Ace of Wands in reverse? That could be an Aries, Leo, Sag. Or they could have it somewhere with one of these in their chart. It could be a fire sign, or have fire in their chart. What's the Nine of Swords with the Ace of Wands in reverse? What's the Nine of Swords with the Ace of Wands in reverse? Clarify. What's the Nine of Swords? And also, you know, what good are secrets that tell on you? Especially if a seer knew somebody's secrets. And they didn't even have to tell. It's like you may have told somebody what their secrets were. Like you may have brought up some of the things this person, you know, may have been dibbling, dabbling in, or, you know, may have had going on without them even having to tell you. It's like you told somebody, you know, in a roundabout way, or, you know, directly, indirectly, both, of like what's going on with them. You may have done it indirectly, like just in conversation, not knowing. As an empath, you picked up on something going on with someone. That's why I said somebody's a seer, but they also an empath as well. Like somebody's very, very tapped in, but they very sensitive to energy. So somebody can tell when they being lied to, or like when somebody's uneasy about certain topics around them. Like you could tell, like why they, you could tell. You know what I'm saying? Somebody can tell they read between the lines. Whoever it is, you got the Three of Wands out here. So somebody ready to make some type of decision now. Somebody ready to make a decision. I feel like it's like somebody done reached a breaking point or something. Five of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck now. Mm-hmm. Somebody could be paying off, you know, some type of, you know, debt, or they could be, you know, dealing with someone now, or they could be at some point like coming back, you know, from, or this is you. Because another scenario I'm getting off of this is that somebody, you know, may have, whoever this is going through withdrawal since you moved on. Also, it's like, you know, they may have had you in your head a lot, you know, when it came to how things, you know, communication was between you and this person. And it, you know, may have, you know, came with a lack of passion. You know what I'm saying? Like you may have felt like this person wasn't into you or something like that. Something is a lesson learned, though. Somebody had a lot of lessons to learn. They had some things that they needed to get more information, more, you know, cycles to close out. They had, you know, somebody had some more things to experience before making a decision and having the lessons that they needed, you know, to move forward. So that way they can apply whatever it is they don't learn, you know, to the situations, you know, to whatever it is when it comes to them moving forward, like being aware, and being more cautious of the things that they may have ignored in the past that may have cost them, you know, a lot of time and connections that may have looked like repeated patterns. You know what I'm saying? Just different people, different year or something like that, but the same outcome, you know, same ending, different person. You know what I'm saying? Same feelings behind it, over it, thoughts and stuff like that. But you got to understand, you know, what's going on and why something continues to go on. You know, especially when it's about you taking responsibility for your part in something. Like, what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like, what were you overlooking that you were supposed to have seen, from the very beginning? Why didn't you take action? Why didn't you, take a healthier corrective action about that then? Don't, you know what I'm saying? It's like your spirit guide saying, don't grovel about it now. Just think about what you could have done when you should have done something. Like, what was the first thing you noticed and you didn't do anything? The first thing you noticed you felt like, was a deal breaker that you knew was a no. You shouldn't be entertaining that. You know what I'm saying? Why didn't you say something and act on something, like if you knew that was an unhealthy connection, the start of an unhealthy connection? You know what I'm saying? Regardless of whether that person gonna feel like you insecure because you brought it up, or say something to make you feel as though um, you projecting or something like that, or blaming people from your past because they don't want to accept, that your issue with them is this and it's not um, helping, the connection you want with them, or they telling you, that they don't want something, and you trying to convince them in some small way that, it's safe to be with you, instead of just allowing that person, decision to be what it is and move on. But I really like them. Now, what was it you really liked? The thought of them actually getting it one day, and then that one day turned into 2 years, 6 years, off and on, 6 years. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that's what I'm getting also as well when it comes to going through withdrawal since you moved on. Like, this person, is in their head a lot. They, think about the conversations that was had, the text messages they didn't respond right back to, you know what I'm saying? Or they left you on red, you know what I'm saying? Could have left you in your head about a lot of things. Now it's them. It's like the tables unturned. So it's like now, they may feel, less desire, to do things now because of the passion, the energy that you hold is gone. Like, you've recalled your energy back from this person. So now they left with their own energy. And whatever their energy is like right now, whether it's, still in their south node, or whether they, slow on their healing, path right now, when it comes to their healing phase, they may be slow doing that because of some of the things that they kind of, haven't learned a lesson in, or the things that they finally now are able to take action on and know how to make, good decisions, based on a well assessment, you know what I'm saying? A well thought out assessment of what it is they need to be focusing on to make the right choices, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like they're ready to demonstrate something now. They could be going through, a financial loss that they, be that may be karma for them. They could be, paying off some debt now. Yeah. Because somebody put you in some type of, ended up putting you or putting themselves in some type of, shady situation, you know what I'm saying, with somebody, or unfair competition, that, mm-mm. It's like, yeah. But there's the Aries Leo says somebody want to come in and, or this is you that want to, move on and apply what you've learned. Somebody was a lesson learned. You know what I'm saying? Well, this is them. What's the Ace of Wands in reverse with the Three of Wands? Clarify the Ace of Wands in reverse with the Three of Wands. Yeah. Knight of Pentacles. Virgo energy with the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Yeah, somebody could be waiting on some type of, finances to pick up, or they may be, quitting some type of job, to move, to another location, or, moving on to where they may make more, or they may be up for a promotion that's going to allow them to, make a little more and still have time to travel, where they didn't before. Like somebody may have had, how you say it, somebody could be getting into travel more, but I feel like somebody is, actually waiting on something to pick up, what I'm saying, when it comes to them expecting some type of change. They want some change to happen. You know what I'm saying? So it's like somebody having their hopes, high for applying themselves in areas of their life where they feel like, their energy is abundant in being, what I'm saying, ready to move forward, ready to make choices, that is best suited for them, now when they realize, the lessons they've learned about how to apply themselves to things and not be procrastinating, you know what I'm saying, or, allowing self-doubt to creep in, fear, you know, not allowing things that you feel like, is going to set you back, you know what I'm saying, especially fear and fear of the unknown. Two of wands in reverse. Like if somebody was letting fear keep them from, actually moving forward and getting to the point of being scared, that, man, if I do this, I'm end up going through this again. Maybe somebody was emotionally unavailable because they were afraid, they're gonna fall for somebody fast again, and then end up looking like a fool. But damn, you know what I'm saying, they fucked around and just did that shit anyway. Like, and this person could have said, like, hey, I would, I want to tell you how I really feel, but I don't even know if you're gonna stick around or something like that. Shit, you still ended up walking away because this person played, with that time that they had. Somebody thought they had time, they didn't. You on divine timing. Like somebody only had a certain amount of time to get something off their chest, or everything's out in the open. Okay, it's nothing left to hide. Because when that person gone, you can't tell somebody how you really feel. Some people lose folks all the time and never get to tell them deep down what they really felt about them, even though they may have had some issues between them. But shit, that person ain't here now to visually look them in the face and tell them and get that, understanding, or get, see them look at you, look you in your eyes and understand, and see you mean what you saying now. You know what I'm saying? And it shouldn't take somebody passing away for you to actually tell them genuinely, what I'm saying, what's real, what's up. Take advantage of people, time the right way when they here. That's just period. You know what I'm saying? Live every day like it's your last. Take every conversation with a person like that's your last one. It's best to look at it like that instead of, waiting for some tragedy to strike as a way to break the ice with somebody that you've been wanting to talk to for the last 2 years anyway. Swallow your pride. You know what I'm saying? Have it for dinner, have it for breakfast till it's gone so you can move on. You can, get out of your own way. Do your part. Everything else is on that other person. It's just like forgiveness. It's not just for them, it's for you. It's for you to be able to get so used to, doing it and saying and apologizing, because some folks let good relationships, good connections go to waste and go to hell in a handbasket because they refuse to say I'm sorry and mean it. Because they know 2 weeks from now, and the minute you piss them off, they're going to do that shit again. Especially if you see it's a pattern. But somebody got a new, idea, what I'm saying, got new things coming in, it may have taken a while, but I feel like, going through withdrawal since you moved on, it's like, them, having to accept, how something is now, especially when it comes to them learning their lessons. They, maybe relocating, finding a better job, they may, this person may live at a distance. They may be, expecting some type of, message to come in when it comes to their money. Something could be coming in, to bring a change to, like, maybe they personal positions or something like that. They money, the stability. their energy. Because I feel like this is now, somebody time to, restore, rebuild. You know what I'm saying? It could be going through a rebirth as well. You got the Queen of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck now, empath, a healer. You got the Five of Swords in reverse. And somebody could be in a lot of misery, you know what I'm saying? Angry. But it's like, you got to understand, why somebody being confused about like, damn, man, I don't even know why that person doing me like this, or why it's like that between me and this person. Nine of Swords, Five of Swords in reverse. Like they can feel hurt, betrayed, because how something is now because you not who you used to be. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't making it easy for them to just come around you and talk or just hit you up and shit like that now. So it ain't not hearing from them not every year, every month, every day that go by, like you ain't bothered by not hearing from this person. So I mean, they can make it easy, they can make it hard, but follow your heart. Don't lie to yourself, because you'll be the biggest liar. It is. When you'll be the biggest liar if you start lying to yourself and believing that shit. Just for the sake of saying, shit, they don't call you. Like somebody must be waiting on somebody to reach out to the other person first too. Because I feel like with this Five of Swords in reverse, somebody may be feeling as though somebody confused, like playing victim, like I don't know why this happening to me. I ain't even did nothing to nobody. I ain't even, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even do nothing to them. Listen. Like I said, somebody is a healer. This Queen of Pentacles. Yep. Somebody's an empath too. Because this Queen of Pentacles is like a King of Pentacles. You got to know and have the ability to love on yourself. That's why I feel like somebody is a healer. Like somebody got some healing energy about them. When I get that feeling, I mean, sexual healing. Sexual healing. Making me feel so fine. It's such a rush. Yeah, somebody feel like you got some sexual healing. And fuck that. If you can't, you don't do my collective right, fuck that sexual healing. You ain't gonna get it from my collective. Shit, fuck that. Let's go. Right when I gave up, you came along, clarify. Right when what is it? Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Virgo energy. So somebody, Because you got the Three of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck now. Capricorn energy. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. So somebody don't, you know what I'm saying? Somebody's foundation is shaking now, so. Like somebody may have, at one point, was independent, had this independence about them, was able to, stay afloat, had this good flow going and shit like that. And it's like they get involved with somebody and they, end up, falling on hard times. And if not that, they end up getting with somebody that end up like somebody using them for what they have. You know what I'm saying? Like they see they got nice things and shit like that, dressing good, looking good, smelling good. and they get with them, and it's like, they only with them, they end up being somebody that's codependent, like want them to, you know what I'm saying? What's that song by what's his name? And he's like, I paid for it. I paid for it. What's his name? What is his name? Soldier Slim. Shout out to Soldier Slim. Rest in peace. I love me some Soldier Slim. But yeah, him and B Jizzle. And when they did I paid for it, paid for it. Somebody felt like they, you know what I'm saying, somebody was using them, like they would be with them, for what they could get out of them. And it's like, they would lose somebody may have ended up losing their independence behind something like that too. So it's like somebody may have given, so much of themselves, or ended up with people that wanted, they ended up, investing in, and you know what I'm saying, pulling out all the stops for them and shit like that, to the point where shit, they end up, in an unstable, situation, you know what I'm saying, where they have to depend on, somebody to having to fall back on family or some shit like that. Yeah. Like somebody could have, ended, like, because you got the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So somebody could have been stuck, in some type of collaboration or connection with somebody, a job or something like that, that they, may have had a good standing at, like been there for a good amount of years or whatever. Because somebody decided they wasn't going to be, focused on collaborating with nobody, to like grow and build with and shit like that. Capricorn energy with this Three of Pentacles in reverse. It's like somebody saying, shit, I'm just going to focus, yeah, like I'm just going to focus on work. And they may have, you know what I'm saying, like went toward people they felt like, was going to give to them. If this was somebody that, got used, it's like somebody became a user, like somebody, could have became an opportunist and started, going toward people they felt like, would, bent over backwards give to them. It's like somebody like, right when I gave up, you came along. Like somebody may have given up, being, you know, and I'm also getting, vice versa. Like a feminine could have, had to, fell on hard times or whatever. Like you once had your independence at one time. And, some things may have been coming up, on your path that was like towers back to back. You know what I'm saying? And you ended up meeting, somebody that was very stable. You know what I'm saying? Very independent, you know what I'm saying? Like a very wealthy, nice looking man, you know what I'm saying? Like he may have had came off like somebody that was mature, had a lot going on, going for them. But you may have, had that independence about yourself, that abundance about you at one time. And you may have felt, on hard times or something like that, like going through something. Okay? And this person may have showed up in your life and you may have, given up right when this person came along, when it came to your situation. Like you may have felt like, damn, I have to live with, with my kids or something now, or I'm having to, move back in with my mom, my dad, or something like that. Or, might end up moving in with my sister. It's something like that. It's like the minute somebody gave up on trying to be there for everybody else and shit like that, showing themselves up, for people that they were trying to be with. It's like somebody giving to a person. And like I said, I'm also getting somebody feeling that way, like, damn, man, I was alright, until this person came along. And then they fucked my world up. You know what I'm saying? They end up, leaving me, in a very unstable environment. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm having to like try to figure out like, where I'm gonna stay now. I was sharing a place with them, or I invested so much in them, like I can't pay my own shit up now. I got bills them piled up on me because I'm trying to, be there for this person. Finding out they really just want me to do this for them, not thinking I got shit I gotta do. It's shit like that. What's the Nine of Pentacles in reverse? Right when I gave up, you came along. Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. Ace of Cups. Five of Cups at the bottom of the deck in reverse. Like this person now can feel hurt, about how something, happened, like what they did, you know what I'm saying? Like how something went, but it's like, you got to pull yourself out of whatever that is and take the accountability for, whatever reasons, you know what I'm saying, you gave, what I'm saying, something to go that way. You know what I'm saying? You got to take your accountability in this situation. And I feel like this person now, having to accept, that they did their part. But there's a new love out here. There's a new love opportunity, emotional awakening. I feel like, you activated somebody's heart chakra, like, and it may have been a time where this person was feeling hurt, betrayed, you know what I'm saying, angry, and they needed to pull themselves out of that, you know what I'm saying? But at that point, it's like this person, especially if they ended up being part of, situations with people that were not it wasn't they business, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't their responsibility to be involved in that, or dealing with them people issues, or intervening in them people's lives and their problems and shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So it's like releasing yourself from like unnecessary commitments, freeing yourself, from things that, don't serve your higher self. Let go of things that ain't for the betterment of, you know what I'm saying, your growth, your character, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to know what to let go in your life, you know what I'm saying, when to let go of that shit. Like, damn, it's too draining right here, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know we family and shit like that, but man, I can't keep doing this. I'm not going to keep doing this. Like, it's got to be a better way, but I got to get on with my life, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to be in a lot of fucking regret, and I'm going to end up, missing out on opportunities that may not come back around. I'm going to end up damaging connections with people because, they doing the best they can, and I'm sitting here, worrying about if I don't do this, you're going to be pissed off with me. You know what I'm saying? If I do this, somebody may walk out of my life forever that's waiting on me. They patient enough to understand, my situation. But damn, that's a two-sided thing, though. That's got to be a mutual thing. Like, you got to understand, just like this person understanding. But the understanding people getting left out, and somebody ending up being stuck with people that don't give a damn whether you happy, that you ain't got nobody in your life. You know how some folks would be like, damn, when you gonna meet somebody? How the fuck you gonna ask me when I'm gonna meet somebody if I'm always helping your ass? I'm always around you. I ain't got nobody because you see me every fucking day. If it bothers you to see me every damn day, stop calling me for every damn thing. You know what I'm saying? Stop expecting me to show up and feeling some type of way when I don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, if my presence around you is a everyday, a constant thing, you shouldn't be surprised that person ain't got no damn body or ain't made time for the person that they say they talking to. It's stupid. You know what I'm saying? Folks had a nerve to, tell somebody they need somebody, but them the main ones that's ain't making a way for you to not be in their damn face every damn day. I'm not blowing them up every fucking day. You can't go be with somebody and have somebody in your life because they so worried about the fact that you won't call them 5 times a day no more. But they claim they want to see you with somebody and be happy. They really want to see if you going to find that somebody. They just, with that fake ass support. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it be the ones that be closest to you that be saying it. But Nine of Pentacles in reverse with the Ace of Cups. Clarify. Like right when this person gave up, here come that hope and a prayer, baby. What's the Nine of Pentacles in reverse with the Ace of Cups? Nine of Pentacles in reverse with the Ace of Cups. Shit, the Page of Wands. Aries energy. With the Six of Cups at the bottom of the deck in reverse. So now somebody's, looking at getting to the point of overcoming their fears, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to them, starting something new. Like whatever this person was fearing, may or may not happen, you know what I'm saying? If they come towards you, if they, take this chance, take this leap of faith, you know what I'm saying? To actually see where something go. If they do, try to make a move, strike out, put some gas, give it a little gas. You know what I'm saying? Give it a little gas. Because now, someone realizing, they gave up because somebody may have been dealing with a Queen of Wands in reverse. Or they were a Queen of Wands in reverse. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to you having, boundaries, this person, may have had, been slow, to take action. They wasn't reciprocating, you know what I'm saying? Especially if, they were with a Queen of Wands, like I said, that, because I feel like they were with people in the past that, was a taker. They may have been gold diggers. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody may have just wanted to be with them because of what they felt like this person had around them all the time. Like they always had nice shit. You know what I'm saying? And they just wanted, that stability with this person. Like they wanted to be part of this person's, shine. They glow. You know what I'm saying? Because now, someone is, getting that adventurous, exploring their options, you know what I'm saying, moving forward. And they may have been, on this adventure. They could have been looking at, you know what I'm saying, I'm just going to be doing this, I'm going to do that, you know what I'm saying, and move forward. Because I know when it comes to people not knowing how to express, their emotions and taking the necessary actions in a healthy way to express how they feel, show up, talk to you, take action like, like a mature person, somebody with common sense and some compassion, or, you know what I'm saying, having a lot of consideration for your feelings, you know what I'm saying, when they make choices. Because I feel like when somebody really deep down give a fuck about you, they don't just make decisions based on them. Some people actually do think about, how what they decide to do, if how it's going to affect, the people they care about. Like, how people say, man, I'm up for a promotion at my job, man, it's going to require me to work some more hours. I'm going to have to get up super fucking early now, if I take this position. But, man, I got to get home, talk to my wife about it, you know what I'm saying? Or they'll say, well, let me get home and, talk to my husband or my significant other, you know what I'm saying, my fiance or whatever. Still your boyfriend. But anyway, I'm going to go home and talk with them, see what, what we can put our heads together on, and figure out like what our strategy could be, if that's something, they may support that person, but at the same time they could make that decision right then and there on the spot. But some folks just want to go counsel with the person that they feel like it's gonna affect the most, not just them, but who they know it's gonna affect too. It's like, shit, if I gotta get up 2 more hours early, that means I'm rustling, tussling in the bed, and my girl right here feeling that shit. Now she feel like she got to get up, and that's disturbing her rest, and she got to get up early as it is. So that decision may affect another person's, the rest of their year. You know what I'm saying? Once you take that position, or it may affect the rest of, that time. You know what I'm saying? You holding that position. So that's why some people want to counsel with that other person. They don't have to. That's just out of respect of including them in a team effort, you know what I'm saying, in a collaboration, a partnership. You know what I'm saying? Because when shit hit the fan and when you ain't having not so good days in them positions, That person dealing with the fact you're not feeling so, hot today about something that went on at work. Even though you got to leave that shit out in the car before you come in the house anyway. You don't want to come in, just because people done piss you off at work. Like, man, you come in the door with this shit. They gonna ask you, like, how was your day? But, kind of get it out your system in the car, like cuss and, whatever. So when you do have to talk about it, it ain't, in that aggressive way, like you did, like you just got off work and it's fresh on your mind. Like, shit, don't worry about that. It's not, what I'm saying? It'll work itself out, We'll talk about it a little later, you know what I'm saying? But how was your day? Not saying you putting yourself second, but at the same time, you know what I'm saying, you acknowledging the fact that they did ask. They do care, you know that. But it's something you may not feel like you want to entertain right now. You may not be in the mood to be, putting yourself back in that work mode, to talk about that right then. You know what I'm saying? You might want to, pop you a tab, you know what I'm saying? A beer tab. I ain't talking about no damn. Trying to go on to this damn stuff. But anyway, 6 of Cups in reverse at the bottom of the deck. So this person, could be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Like somebody, know now they got to get a new environment, new friends, new surroundings, you know what I'm saying? Make new memories. And right now, this is what this person is on. Like they, want to make new memories. They don't want to be dealing with the things that they done had to look at in the past, when they, right when they gave up. It was a lot of things that, made this person 6 of Cups in reverse want to give up, And somebody may have, had to walk away from past people, family, baby mamas and shit like that, having to so take it how it resonates. This reading may not be for everybody. This whole reading, parts of it may be for certain people. So, all right. But they, realizing now they want to make new memories. They don't want to be thinking about, a queen of wands in reverse, or how they were a queen of wands in reverse at one point. You know what I'm saying? Like they were not, at their best, and they may have had, some hurt that they needed to, actually acknowledge, deal with, look within, take accountability for responsibility, and find the necessary solutions, to start working through them situations. So moving forward, 3 of Wands, they'll know how to take that time to themselves and not do it in a reckless way to where they got to go back and say, or find themselves putting themselves back in that situation with you again, because they went toward, thinking another person is going to solve their problem, or somebody, with a better profession than you or them is going to solve their problem. No. You could be an opportunist and date people based on their profession, but that profession is that profession. You ain't dating that profession. You're dating that damn person. For whatever reason whatever you getting out of it, it's going to be an unpleasant one. Especially if that person realize you dating my job, you might well have this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Because if you going to date somebody for what they got and what they do for work, shit, go do their job and see if that's what you like. But don't do that damn person knowing they got to do one of the hardest damn jobs and hate getting up for that damn job as it is, and coming there wearing the hell out of them on top of that, because of the fact you got with them because they make good money off this job. They make good money off their job. They don't have to deal with your shit too. Especially if they find that you just with them because of what the kind of work they do and the money they making from it. They don't want to have to get up every day knowing that's what you with them for. Huh? Because that job will be here today and gone tomorrow. Now they own Burger King and may have to work in there. Now what? I don't give a damn. That's just more whoppers for me. Y'all better stop that damn plan, okay? Stop that damn plan. Who is this? Don't like her. Somebody don't like her sex. Because, who is this? Don't like her because her stuff is dry. Is it a card in tarot for that? Don't like her or his stuff because it's dry. Clarify. Who is this? Why they don't like this person's stuff? Who is this with this dry canal? Who is this? Canal Street Drive? What is this? Something moving at a slow Something moving at a slow pace. Eight of Wands, child. It's moving slow. It's moving slow. Sag, something moving slow. Low vibrational Sag, low. Somebody is slow. Oh, 8 4 swords in reverse. Four swords. Hold on, y'all. 4 swords at the bottom of the deck in reverse. Libra energy. Somebody need to get to themselves and get in a resting period. Somebody can't rest. Listen, person don't like the fact that y'all can't talk and stuff like that. They don't like this. Listen, the 4 swords at the bottom of the deck in reverse, the fool in reverse at the bottom of the deck, but you got this 8 of wands out here, Sagittarius energy. Something moving slow, like somebody having to just go with the flow. Somebody just have to go with the flow. Like they just have to, you know what I'm saying, do something slow, go with the flow, just go along with this shit. That somebody might be faking or somebody faking like they like this shit, bro. What's this 8 of wands? Could be a Sag. Like, this a man of status, you know what I'm saying? This man, like, listen. I know the collective got boundaries. I'm all over here in my head and shit going through withdrawal because the collective done moved on, but goddamn, man. I'm a man of status, and well, you don't mean to tell me. Oh my God. Oh Lord, this card. It's all up and through my spirit. Do you hear me? My collective, I'm telling y'all funny as fuck. Ooh, me and my collective over here laughing our ass off. Ancestors, listen. I know my ancestors funny as hell. They are hilarious. They are hilarious. They were before they passed away. Cause we were some jokesters, do you hear me? We were some shit talkers, but we can bag our shit up. You know what I'm saying? You say what you want about us. You can't say shit about us without us talking. We talk more shit about ourselves than any motherfucking matter. I can crack your ass up off some shit on me. Motherfucker can't speak on me without me speaking on me better than them. And had their head laughing at me too. Shit. I crack myself up when I come to talk about me, David. Okay? But this damn King of Wands, this man saying, listen, I'm a man of status and wealth. You mean to tell me this is good as I'm gonna get? This dry. I'm not dealing with this Elon Musk stuff. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can keep this. That man, like, listen, I'm a man of status. I can't be dealing with this dry commodity stuff. What is this? This shit got a longer shelf life than anything I know. They telling people stop taking stuff out them. Stop taking them things out that damn out them cargo containers y'all be seeing floating on water. Stop getting that shit out of there. Stuff ain't good. Okay. If you see something in a dry, if it's, listen, that man said he got status. I can't be sitting up here dealing with this dry stuff. Okay, I know that, you know, Queen of Swords over here that got her boundaries. I know she do. That man saying you got boundaries, collective. I understand. I just Eight of Wands. This person going with the flow. Give me some on this Eight of Wands. This person just going along with it. Clarify this Eight of Wands in reverse. What's the Eight of Wands in reverse? Give me one more. Somebody could be ending like a marriage or some type of partnership or something like that they in. Four of Pentacles. Capricorn energy with the Ten of Cups at the bottom of the deck. So somebody, could be ending a connection, or they gave somebody a commitment or something like that, or they in some type of partnership with somebody. It could be a situationship, don't have to be, or friends with benefits, or it could be a marriage, or somebody, going through a divorce. It could be moving slow, but you know how motherfuckers is. Even if we, on the rocks or whatever, even if they going through some type of separation, they still at some point that other person still gonna wanna, not everybody that be in separations that's married, still mess around with each other, but some do. Some do. They do. Okay, because they know that person still, if they trying to make that person think they just moved out, working and coming home, and if they moved out and they dealing with what they dealing with because of some infidelity, some cheating anyway, then if they were cheating and you made a move out for that and separate, they still doing it. That's why you had to put their ass out. You don't want to keep looking at them every damn day knowing that they made time to do it. And you thought, that's what I be saying, good cat don't keep no man around, baby. Some folks with good cat be out here crying right along with that baby. So, good pussy don't keep no man. You know what I'm saying? He gotta want, can't keep no man that don't want to be kept. Now you gotta find that baby a daycare and that man. Or that baby and you gonna have to be in daycare because you can't be babysitting and, you know what I'm saying, policing that man, you know what I'm saying, and cheater watching this dude, all day long trying to see what if he gonna do right, he gonna do right. If he ain't shit, let him go. Eight of Wands, let it burn slow, or let it burn fast, but let it burn either way, okay? Because this person, now is inflexible, like they holding back, like somebody, stubborn, somebody, is fear of change. You know what I'm saying? Like they want to walk away, they want to, end things, but it's like somebody may have stuck around and dealt with somebody, just because they had hopes that, or, being down on themselves because they, messed up a good thing. And this person make up excuses, like I said. This person make up excuses, or they fake, you know, what they be feeling, or you know what I'm saying, how, but somebody breadcrumbs, like like somebody barely gives back, you know what I'm saying, anything, like somebody could be holding back. Yeah, somebody could be dealing with like somebody they feel like, they gonna end up having to lose some money behind or something like that. Because I feel like either somebody married or they going through a divorce or something like that. Cause somebody, be faking orgasms. I ain't gonna even hold you. And if it ain't that, they damn sure, don't really put a whole lot into it. When they come to them actually, putting something down, like somebody don't even try to, like somebody make excuses not to do something. Like that person could be, coming in like going to sleep or something like that, or she like trying to get another job or feeling like they need to stay busy or something like that, or this person actually be looking at how they don't want to work with this person. You know what I'm saying? When they come to them, making some type of change or something like that, because they also with this Eight of Wands in reverse is like some type of separation or somebody having to like re-strategize, reprioritize like how they do things now. Like I said, somebody it's a slow burn for somebody because I feel like this person make up things when it comes to them going with the flow or something and like letting something run its course until somebody just get tired of their ass. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna keep being like this, like that, and not want to work with them, not wanting to, this person could be sleeping on the couch or they can be, making up excuses to where they can't come around or something like that, or they not, um, like, like they tired. I got this, I got that going on. You know what I'm saying? Or, and they holding back, like somebody also not really want to give anybody, much of themselves. Like somebody not willing to work with another person. Like if they, mm-mm. They'll say anything. Like this person will say anything to make this person like not want to do something with them. You know how you will start an argument, or they'll get to thinking that that person messing around with somebody else or something like that, and they won't even try to stop that person from or reassure them like, no man, it ain't even like this person will even try to do that. They don't even give, they don't even give a damn. It's like they'll let whatever it is go, you know what I'm saying? Let that person think whatever they gonna think and feel how they gonna feel. They just go with the flow. Like if this person think they doing something, they just go along with it. Like shit, all right then, well, there you have it. Whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? They'll let them get something, work. They get themselves worked up because this person ain't making no time for them. And shit like that, get dressed up, go out the door, go do this, come back. Yeah, shit. They might just be going to Whole Foods, but they done jump sharp like a motherfucker just to go to Whole Foods. And they probably really do go to Whole Foods and go, maybe stop some other places, but they ain't worried about that person thinking they fucking up because they feel like shit. I mean, so you ain't gonna give me no money, you ain't gonna do this, you ain't gonna do this, you don't wanna, you know what I'm saying? I'm good. Like somebody holding back, like they breadcrumbing somebody, like they barely giving them. You know what I'm saying? They barely fucking with them for real. Like, and then whatever they end up, doing or whatever little action they be trying to take, to make something happen, trying to make something pop off or get this person, to jump their bones. This person like, just let them. They just let them. You know what I'm saying? They just go with the flow. Like somebody just let it happen. Either way, it's something that keeps this person from wanting to, from something actually happening. You know what I'm saying? Like they're like, shit, just get out then or whatever. Boom, bet. Then go do that then. That's 1 day, 2, 3 days. I ain't got to worry about you trying to, you know what I'm saying, get me to do nothing with you. It's like that. It's like this person don't want to give them no emotions, toward nothing. Like they holding back from them. Your name should be delicious. The way you taste. Ace of Swords. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Got the 4 of Wands at the bottom of the deck now. Somebody got some clarity making a sound decision of what direction they want to go in. Could be having an emotional awakening, spiritual growth, personal growth. Some clarity. Could be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Your name should be delicious. The way you, the way you taste with the Ace of Swords. Clarify. Clarify the Ace of Swords. And you got the Hierophant in reverse. This is something ain't somebody. This ain't that they ain't never told you. I'm tell you. Um. For some of you or somebody in particular, this person imagines how you would taste because they've never done it before. I don't know if you've never allowed them to, or y'all have never gotten to that or something like that. Or if they have, they may not have, really just did something, the way they really wanted to. Hmm. And for somebody else or some others of you or somebody in particular, like this person may have never done it because they, may have some type of belief, that they done had, how you'll come across certain people that'll say, I don't get into that. You know what I'm saying? Or stuff like I don't get into that. So I know what's his name? DJ Khaled said, oh I don't, I think he got like I'm talking about so many people came for him about disrespecting his wife like that, to publicly talk about how he ain't gonna go down on her or nothing like that, or no woman at that. And she done had his kids and she do it to him, but he ain't doing it to her. He don't do that. He a king. I don't do this, whatever. So that may be a thing, in his culture that they don't do that. It may just be a thing with him. I don't know. But I know people roasted him for that shit. They came for his ass on that and you ain't heard nobody no more. But look it up. Look into it. But a lot of people, even other artists, people felt some type of way that he put his wife out there on blast like that about how he don't pleasure her and shit like that. And I remember, telling somebody one time, don't ever tell somebody that wants your person that view your person in a whole nother light than you and possibly better than how you see them, and they value that person just as much as you, and they find that you delight in the fact that you don't please them that way, and you bragging about how much they satisfy you. Somebody that person will work hard and would take more pride in being with that person. When they do get them from you, they'll be the first person in line for your person. The minute you and that person don't work out, that person that you sat there and bragged about, oh, I don't do that, I ain't never gonna do that, blah blah blah. Okay, but you saying how good this person is at what they do to you, for you, because of how they feel about you, and what all these other things, virtuous things, that qualities that they got, and all these other loving things they do for you out of the kindness and the loving and the compassion, and the romance they have for you. And you sitting up here bragging about how you don't do this, you ain't gonna do that for her. Or no woman at that. You know what I'm saying? Mainly your person. That person will go above and beyond for your person. The minute you and that person fall out and they decide they don't want to be with you no more, they put their foot down, they standing on that. that person that you said it to, and so many people like many others like them, will be the first to clock that woman T. You know what I'm saying? And get all up in her, you know what I'm saying, DMs, and pull up and be ready to roll out the red carpet, and you'll never see nothing but the back of that woman's head, ass, and everything else for the rest of your life. Because that person gonna stay head first, diving dead. I'm talking about deep sea diving every time for that woman that you sitting up here doing, going ham on that woman like that. You know what I'm saying? To put her business out there, like that you ain't satisfying her as much as she do for you. Child. But, some people, like I said, some people religion don't cover them, being in that, you know what I'm saying, entertaining that. So this may have been somebody's first time doing it, and they may have been, an experience that they know ain't been the same with nobody else. You know what I'm saying? Like they have had something to compare the experience with you to anybody else to. And they may not have went down with them, but they may have tasted you off of them before. Okay, whether it was their hands, whether shit. But for some of you or somebody in particular, they may not have, done this, but it's something that they imagine they desire doing it, and they imagination is very vivid in how they know the vision of you and how they see you tasting. Like they may know you got good hygiene. They may have never known you to be somebody that smells or nothing like that. They may have, been observant of, the moments, the intimate moments together where they never had any complaint about this. So with that being said, they feel like, if they did do this, they know it wouldn't be something they would be dissatisfied with as far as the taste or nothing like that. So but I am getting that, but they maybe stepping out of their comfort zone, and out of something that they normally wouldn't do. They may not have ever done this or don't do this with people, like that because, or maybe somebody was telling them, to hold back from you not doing it. But that's not what I'm getting with that. I'm getting this person knows that, and this, vice versa. Like this person could know, this may have been how you felt about this person when it comes to how they taste. So take it how it resonates. And this person, may not have had, that self-confidence to really, probably tell you. So that's another thing I was going to say too, is this person may not have ever even told you this before. So this may be the first time you hearing about them, having some type of compliment about how you taste in this reading right now. All right. And with this world in reverse right behind this strength, it's like I said, it's like something that this person imagines. Like they imagine, moments, where they see themselves, in this mindset, you know what I'm saying this, knowing this, or whatever the case may be. But it's like, them now looking at how, they may have had like a low. With the strength of reverse, it's like pay attention to your own needs. Because I feel like you may have put this person first. You know what I'm saying? Like you may have, yeah. And this person may have been one of them people. They may have always, you may have always taken high risk that you or this person may have always pleasured the other person more than they, did you. Okay, so that's for somebody. But at this point, it's like you have to pay attention and focus, on your own needs. And I'm also getting this person that feel this way about you. They have let other people like get in their head and tell them, you know, like have certain things that they would say, for this person to, kind of keep in mind or think about and stuff like that. But this person knows, they're gonna have to think for themselves with this Hierophant in reverse. Like they could be, you know, part of a friend group that could be, going against, some of the things that maybe people around them or people they hang out with, people they socialize with and shit like that may be into. You know what I'm saying? They may be, more into like what's that group like the Mile High Club? Like, you know what I'm saying? They may be somebody that be into more or less like being selfish, you know what I'm saying, to where they just receiving, they ain't giving. You know what I'm saying? That's out of our, you know what I'm saying? We don't do that. You know what I'm saying? All we do is do this, you know what I'm saying? So they could be part of some type of fraternity or something like that, or some type of friend group that they don't do that. You know what I'm saying? They mainly do this or do that. You know what I'm saying? That's it. They just receive. It's something like that. But it's like now this person realizing, they need to put themselves first. So take it how it resonate. Like this is you, could be you collective. So if it don't apply, let it fly. Okay. But if somebody, you'll know if this is you because channeling it. It's like somebody normally always making sure they lover is pleased, is satisfied, but that other person may not, do and reciprocate that back to you. And they could be imagining and thinking about it and fantasizing about it now and how good it would be. Okay? Especially when it comes to them, looking at themselves, looking at another side of themselves at this point. Because I feel like somebody now may not have been, okay, I know what I'm getting at. I know what it is. Like this person, has like, this person got like a real freaky side, okay? Like they, could, when they in, they all in, all right? It's like this person, can get into what they get into, all right? And when they get into it, they enjoy it. They could want to do it just because they want to do it. You know what I'm saying? But it's one of them moments where this person can be themselves and be with somebody that want to be just with them. It's like I done said for so long, for so many years. You can be as freaky as you want with the person that is with you and you with them. Period. No matter what you can be like from day to day, you ain't gonna, feel some type of way, storm off, and walk away or ignore they call 2 hours later, and next thing you know, that's all it took was for you to do that, and you already all over another person. You already done started blowing up another dude's phone, or vice versa. You already done called another girl, that you said you wasn't gonna reach out to no more. You're already ready, you know what I'm saying, to entertain what they want to do with you. You already know what that's about. But you already ready to do it is just take somebody wanting to get you to that point. You know what I'm saying? But not only that, but knowing that, I ain't going to even do that because shit, it ain't worth me, you know what I'm saying, having to explain that and deal with, having to walk away from these people all over again to come back and work something out with my person when I did all that to get them back. So at this point, it's like somebody know now, like, shit, I can be as freaky as I want with collective because, shit, at least I know they was like this with me, you know what I'm saying? But at this point, this person don't know if you still want something with them because they feel like there's a disconnect between you and them now, emotionally. Passionately, there's a disconnect between you and them. So you may still, feel some type of way with this person, but not as deeply as they did when they could feel you in their energy and they long for you and they, could still get up just thinking about you. And now this person may need to think about you just to be with somebody else. And they may not be working for them because that's not enough. That's not enough. That's getting them up, but it ain't helping the person they laying with. It's not helping the people they get with. So, or whoever they chose, or whoever, they trying to make something work with, make something shake with. But that's what I'm getting. Like this person, has a strong desire to be that what good are your secrets if your secrets tell on you? So that could be one of them things, where they into that, you know what I'm saying? They really like that, you know what I'm saying? But it's one of them situations where, that person now is thinking for themselves. They're thinking outside the box. Like, I ain't in that belief no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not holding myself to them type of, that mindset, that ideology, you know what I'm saying? That way of thinking. I'm going to think for myself. I'm going to do this. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want. That's how I want it. You know what I'm saying? That's what I like. Shit. I mean, that's how I feel. And it's like, somebody not wanting to look at it the way somebody else wants them to look at it, or go about, addressing something or handling you or saying something this way. It's like somebody realizing now they're getting the clarity now to make a sound decision on how they see something, what direction they want to go in, and how they really feel about somebody. And be honest about it, you know what I'm saying? But it's about, this person basically, or you having a struggle with maintaining, that sense of self, you know what I'm saying? Or it could have been them, that was feeling down about themselves. They may have, you may have told this person, like, damn, like the way you taste. But at the same time, this person may not have believed it because they ain't never had nobody really tell them about that, tell them that. They ain't never had nobody, they probably thought you was just saying that shit. Or you probably thought they was just saying that shit because you wanted something from them or something like that. But it really, was you being different from anybody else they done been with. Just different, you know what I'm saying? And now somebody's seeing another version of themselves that they ain't seen before. It's like you know what I'm saying? It's like you bring out the best in somebody, or you bring out the freaking, you know what I'm saying? Oh Lord, you bring out the freaking somebody, child. So at this point, somebody thinking for themselves. Now they got some, making some sound decisions after getting some clarity. What's the Ace of Swords with the Hierophant in reverse? What's the Ace of Swords with the Hierophant in reverse? Yep. Queen of Cups. The Eight of Pentacles. So yeah, I mean, you still got some, some more undeveloped, gifts that, are coming to you. You know what I'm saying? You still got some, not no undeveloped gifts. You still got some things that you are realizing and experiencing about yourself as your journey continues, Yeah, there's still some things, about you that's, undeveloped. Okay. So like I said, for some of you or somebody in particular, you may have never really had anybody say this, or they've never talked like this before. You know what I'm saying? Thought like this, or, move this way. But this is like something new to somebody though. It could be new to you that somebody feel this way. They think this way, or they thought, felt this way, whatever this is. Like whoever this is for you, to you. Like somebody never told you this. I don't think somebody ever told you this, or you said this to somebody, or somebody said this to you, and you may not have believed them. You know what I'm saying? Because this Queen of Cups is, this could be, you could be the woman that was in this person's life. This could be, a baby mom. You have kids with this person. Don't have to be, but yeah, this person, yeah. Very good listener as well. And yeah, you could be a hopeless romantic too. You got the Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. King of Pentacles in reverse. Six of Swords in reverse. And somebody could be focusing on work, you know what I'm saying? To kind of take their mind off of shit. Yeah, yeah. Somebody, is focusing on themselves or, working extra hours or something like that, when it comes to, whatever it is that they do for work, or it's just somebody working, to balance things out, when it comes to them mastering themselves or ascending, putting in the work. Because I feel like whatever, somebody was like in the past to you, when they gave up, whatever, somebody was in their south, no, like for real. But I feel like, you happy with the fact you moved on, dodged a bullet, when it came to, actually trying to get this person to, accept your offer. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like, if something didn't work out between you and this person, like it wasn't, for the worst. I feel like, it is, for those that, you and this person may have, gotten involved with and, afterwards or whatever, that may not like the fact that you and this person may reconcile or may even, just come to some type of compromise and at least bring some type of peace between you and them, even if you don't get back together. But what good are secrets that tell on you? Clarify. What good are secrets that tell on you? Clarify. What good are secrets that tell on you? Two of Cups in reverse. Cancer energy. Mm. So somebody may have, tried to keep somebody a secret. And somebody had some type of intentions, you know what I'm saying? Whatever somebody's goal was, yeah. Somebody had like with the world in reverse, like somebody had a goal in mind, to do this. Like keeping somebody a secret. Because somebody had somebody like in a third party, okay? But whoever they put you in a third party with, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, like yeah. Somebody tried to have a cake and eat it too or something like that. But a seer saw something as to why somebody wouldn't get them an offer, or like why somebody, was clarify the Two of Cups in reverse. What good are secrets that tell on you? What good are secrets that tell on you? The Moon. Somebody definitely had some secrets. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. What you got going on? What the fuck it is? Queen of Wands in reverse at the bottom of the deck. Somebody saw somebody with a Queen of Wands in reverse. Like somebody seen somebody. You know what I'm getting? A past person fucked around and may have given you like some situations that possibly was going on with people that was really them. You'll know who I'm talking to, and you'll know if this reading resonates with you, or this part of this reading that resonate when they come to this card here. Because this person, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Somebody, when it comes to this card right here, somebody, you know how people tell you about, hey, my homeboy at work, man, he got this and that going on. Um, and they told me about my homeboy, this lady at my job, she cook, she do this, she be bringing food, man. How about she be pressed, because I don't eat none of her food and this and that, and she from such and such and such, and she told old boy like mad because he wouldn't take none of her food home, stuff like that. But the person really talking about them. They just saying, they give you scenarios of like dealing with other people, and I know collective, because somebody is. That's what I was channeling, that scenario. Like somebody, that's either a thing for somebody, they did that, or I'm just, my ancestors giving me that, my angels giving me that as an example. They give me a lot of them, but another one is like this person may have ran things by you that they said was going on with other people. It really was them and you knew it. It's like you applied it and it answered it even though you knew it was about them. You answered it and everything. Like you just went with the flow. Like you just went along with the shit, answered it, gave your insight about it or whatever. Yeah. Like, yeah, they got somebody. Like, that's why they doing that. Boom. This person already know what they got going on. They just saying, it's somebody else. Because right behind, at the bottom of the deck, you got the Queen of Wands in reverse, and you got the Queen of Swords. So it's like when you told on somebody, and the High Priestess right behind the Ten of Wands in reverse. The minute you saw something and said something, it's like it freed somebody. It freed somebody from their secrets. Because you freed somebody from their damn secrets the minute you told them what their secrets were. All because they were telling you and trying to spin it like it was somebody else when it really was them. Even if somebody person was talking to you. Let's say you gave somebody person a reading and didn't know they was your person's person. Like didn't know they was involved with your person. And they know you read tarot. Boom, they set up a tarot reading with you and want to ask you some questions about their love life. Or, they got certain questions they want to ask you about. But you're giving them the results of their reading. But you know that this person, for some reason, is connected to your person in some way. What they describing, the situation they describing, and how they describing something as they talking, or as you talking to them or something like that, when you telling them about this and they telling you about that, yeah, it's like you like, I know this sounds too damn familiar. Like this person mama, they like this, they mama like that, and they got a cup of keys. Like damn, my person got a cup. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't personalize people's personal readings and stuff like that. But I'm getting I'm just using it as an example anyway. But I'm getting whatever somebody's scenario was that they was telling you that they possibly was saying somebody else was going through, or this was going on with somebody else. It was them. Or even if you brought something up and was using it as an example because somebody else was going through it, it's like you gave somebody some situations that was going on that you knew about, and something they may have asked you about. Like, man, what would you say if somebody told you that such and such and such and such and such? Oh, it's this and this. They got some people at my job, that think, this dude at my job, everybody know that, he like the same sex. Boom. Oh, okay. But yeah, they think something up, you know what I'm saying? Like that person will try to, get at me or whatever, such and such. Like for real, it doesn't happen. Some people think that person is messing around with somebody else at my job, but it's really them. You get what I'm saying? Like when you know, because you will see. You foreseen something. Like you can decipher shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you read in between the lines. So something can't be hidden from you. So I'm gonna end it here. I'm sorry. So this reading was so long, y'all. Y'all know I'm so sorry. Okay, but I'm gonna end it here, you guys. Hopefully the reading resonates with you in some way, shape, form, or fashion, or you just get in it for the vibe. All right. Until next time, I love you. Bye. Mwah.